Hi guys, this is Aussie Type from a Crypto Current Affair, and today we're on Sydney Harbour at Milson's Point, and we've got the Opera House behind us, we've got the Harbour Bridge behind us, and I've got
Tom here from Bitcoinlife Inc. and we're going to do a live market update for you guys.
So stick around and we'll get right to it. On CoinDesk, they write that Ethereum's hit below $400. It feels like we're back in November with the Ethereum price.
Ethereum looking very weak. Yeah, exactly. We're actually around the $370 mark or something like that.
Yeah, so it's breached 400. And this article says so Ethereum. So the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap continues to take a beating. So it's under 400. It's worth noting that the 14-day Relative Strength Index, RSI, shows that the cryptocurrency is at its most oversold level since December 2016. That's like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. So it's definitely a good sign that it's that oversold because when things get that oversold, they tend to bounce back up at least a little bit.
Yeah. So with the price, my concern about Ethereum is that it has an infinite supply, maximum supply. So this article is really interesting because it talks about Vitalik, one of the founder of Ethereum. So let's have it. Vitalik, the creator of Ethereum, he's proposing a $120 million cap on all the Ether tokens out there.
Yeah.
That will be great because that will have the deflationary effect. Because currently, if they can just print as many or mint as many coins as they want,
then
definitely.
it's just,
I don't see how it can keep the price buoyant. And especially with the price tanking now, that's I think it's a very valid concern.
Yeah, I definitely think there should be a cap on Ethereum. It'd be interesting to see what the circulation is. I'm sure you can check it out on CoinMarketCap. Because my question would just be like, how many is already out there? If he's going to cap it, what's going to happen to the rest of the coins, right?
Yeah, so let's have a quick look at CoinMarketCap.
Okay, so we got 100 million Ether circulating supply.
Yeah, and he's proposing
120, right?
Capping at 120.
All right, so
which would be good.
We've got like 20 million to go.
Yeah, but that's only a proposal. So at the moment, it's still infinite. Let's get on to the charts, Tom, and see what they say about.
Yeah, let's do it indeed. So here we go. Similar to the Bitcoin analysis, we have our downtrend here, and then we have our uptrend. So I've adjusted this uptrend line because we actually did break through it if we were sticking straight to the candles on this chart. So I've just adjusted it a little bit so we can have some form of line to go off. But basically right now we're looking very bearish for Ethereum. It's actually consistently getting lower lows, and it, for the past couple of days has, as you can see, lost a bit more price action than Bitcoin by around 6%. I think it was 25% to Bitcoin's 19%.
That's right.
A dip. So that's why we're seeing this so much red volume here. So many red candlesticks here. And if we zoom in a bit, I've got some resistance and support lines. So basically, we've pushed past the dip in February, which was here. So that's why I say we're more bearish than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's lowest price would have been here if we're looking at the Bitcoin chart. But if you look at Ethereum, we've already gone to a new lower low on the daily chart. So actually, let me just double check. Is that February? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Didn't want to give you guys the wrong time. So we definitely got down to a lower low, and it's looking very bearish. So that's why it's a little bit weaker than Bitcoin. Well, you could say substantially weaker because Bitcoin still hasn't gone down below this mark yet. So right now where we're trading is just within this channel here. So we have a lot of support going down into the $270 mark for Ethereum. And then we have a lot of, we don't have too much resistance, but a little bit of resistance here at the $580 mark. So that's the channel that I'm seeing Ethereum will most likely be playing out in the next couple of days or perhaps weeks. So it does depend on Bitcoin, obviously. They did mention in the article the RSI was really oversold. and I said there could be a bounce. But again, watching the Bitcoin chart, because everything is more or less in some way connected to Bitcoin, a little bit correlation to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin gets a nice bounce, we should see a pretty nice bounce from Ethereum because it's so oversold. But right now, Bitcoin isn't really oversold on the daily. Yeah, it's approaching, but not quite there. So we're going to watch the Bitcoin chart to see if Ethereum is going to react in any direction.
Okay, so with this chart, it looks like it's going down, but it's inside your yellow channels. Does that indicate that it's closer to the bottom channel, which means that there's more potential upside?
Well, look, it really depends how you want to trade this. If you want to buy in, you could buy in now if you're really impatient, or you could just wait and see if it hits that 272 mark before you buy in and set a stop loss just below it. If you're going to buy in now, I would probably be looking for a swing trade perhaps, and be setting my stop loss at around 272 anyway. So you do give up, about $100, but if you're looking at your upside, that's $200 to your upside. So it's a 2-to-1 scenario there. It's not to guarantee that it's going to go up and even test that resistance for all we know. So that's but just based on price action, there's definitely a 2-to-1 scenario there that could play out depending on how this price breaks, whether it breaks up or down. Most likely, it should go up because the RSI levels are in the teens, and it usually doesn't stay there that long. So I think they said it didn't get there since December last year.
2016, so a year and a half.
Yeah, so it hasn't been there for a year and a half, guys. So that's you can look back in the history of the charts and see what happened there. But I'm pretty sure that it would have just bounced straight back up a little bit in the price anyway.
So for myself, not financial advice, but I think I'd like to stock up on some Ethereum for future ICOs.
Yeah, definitely. If you're a long-term holder, this is a pretty nice price for Ethereum, considering it went up to $1,400. That's, what is that, like cheap deal night or something. So
tight ass Tuesday.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see what the price predictions are for Ethereum. So we'll go to long forecast. They're really tough, these guys.
All right, these guys looking overall pretty bearish. Wanted to go down to $100. Look, certainly possible, but we need to break that $270 mark. If we do that, then anything's possible for the bears. But if we don't break that, then this whole scenario just won't play out the way I think it will.
So long forecast is saying that's going to hit a bottom around July, and then there's a slow climb up to November, and then it's going to be another bottom. Exactly. I wonder how they forecast that it's going to dip. It's
hopefully they do some TA on it. Otherwise, honestly,
put some macro news.
Could be pure speculation. So you should do your own research, guys.
Yeah. Or they could be trying to short it.
Exactly.
Okay, so CoinFan, a bit more bullish. So they're saying mid-year, 1,230. So nearly all-time highs there.
So they're predicting a nice bounce back up. This one is slightly unrealistic now.
That seems that way.
Just because we are so low. We should see a bounce in Ethereum, but I think like 450 mark is pretty realistic bounce attempt for Ethereum, somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit below, maybe a little bit above, but I don't think anywhere around the $1,000 mark is where we're going to be heading in May.
Okay. So this is highly optimistic, but wait till you see this next one. It's like psycho-optimistic. So Smarterium, they are predicting a tripling of the value in 2018,
mate,
and a triggering of the flippening.
What is this flippening? It's like an event.
Yeah, it doesn't seem likely now, does it?
I don't know. I don't. So what are they saying? Like it's going to go $3,000 or something?
Yeah, so triple the value.
Triple right now, because triple right now is only $1,200.
So it's back to near all-time highs. But a flippening is a big deal.
Well, I mean, again. Doesn't look likely at this stage. Looks like we're going to be contained in those yellow lines I pointed out, and we'll see how it breaks. So we really need to look at how Bitcoin wants to go, if Bitcoin wants to go all bearish, then Ethereum probably not going to have a choice.
Yeah. Well, they've predicted in 2018 Ethereum would reach around 2,500. That's like whoa. That's insane.
Well, that certainly looked possible at the beginning of the year, right? We were going like, look, Ethereum's at $1,000. It's going to double if we keep going where we were going. That looked likely at the beginning of the year, but right now it's looking not that likely. So it's about perspective, but Ethereum is still up. It's not down by any means. I mean, I remember looking first time I looked at Ethereum, it was like $33. So it's definitely still up. So that is a good sign for Ethereum, but 2,500 is a little bit of a, it's a little bit far off at this stage.
So Tom, it was a good idea at the time going to Sydney Harbour to do this review, but it's so hot.
Yeah, I'm sweating already.
So Ethereum, what are our price predictions for Ethereum?
Yeah, so Ethereum, man, very, very bearish right now. So not looking good for Ethereum. We're at $383 right now. I've got two lines set, so our support looks to be at around $270. And our resistance currently at 580. So that's the zone that I'll be watching and potentially trading in. So if it goes down to 270, I think that's a pretty nice buying opportunity. And if it goes past 580, then we should see some nice recovery. Again, this all depends on the price of Bitcoin, so we'll be watching that chart closely as well. And this is on the daily chart as well. So this will happen over the next couple of days.
Okay, so looking at that price, it seems like when I started 6 months ago, it was just a bit above 300. So it's pretty dire, don't you think?
Yeah, exactly. I remember scaling into Ethereum back in like November at like $250, $150 or something, and now it's looking pretty good to pick some up, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I suppose when I started, I sort of wanted to have 10 Ethereum, and when it hit $1,500, I thought, oh, that's going to be out of reach. But I guess it's within reach again.
If you really want that 10 Ethereum, you better hope it goes down to 270, Ty. That'll be a great opportunity for you.
Okay, well, fingers crossed. So this is Aussie Ty from Crypto Current Affair.
This happens, guys. This is Tom from Bitcoinlife Inc. signing out on you. Like and subscribe, guys, if you want to see more of these updates.
And we'll see you next time.
Click like and subscribe and join me on this cryptocurrent affair.
Just because it's double doesn't mean it's a bubble.